Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Anish, and I'm here on behalf of the National Law Training Institute. You must all know me by now. I'm the founder of National Law Training Institute, got an All India rank of 17, and I'm here today with this quiz. As the caption reads, on popular demand, we are back again with this live GK quiz. So, if you could just confirm if I'm audible and visible by typing in the chat box of your YouTube page, that would be really great because as of now, I don't have any means to confirm if I'm audible and visible. Just waiting for your confirmation before I share my screen so that you can all log in. Right. Thank you so much, guys, for confirming that I'm audible and visible. Right. So the quiz will be on the same format, fastest fingers first. I will share the screen now. Yeah. So as I told you earlier, please use this link that is visible on your screen, menti.com. And after you use this link, menti.com on Google Chrome, you will be asked to put in a code, and that code is given on this page 64228728. Please put this code and please let me know after putting in the code that you're able to see the screen that is visible on the YouTube page right now. Again, reiterating some ground rules. If you have two devices, it is preferable that you use them because it will be a little easier that you can see the questions on your laptop screen and then type and then select your answers on your mobile phone screen. Otherwise, even if you don't have two devices, and if you have joined only on YouTube or on Menti, that is Chrome, it is fine. You can see the questions there also. You don't need your YouTube screen for that. The code is given on the YouTube screen. It is 64228728. Please look carefully. It is given alongside the menti.com link. Also, just a spoiler before we start the quiz. There is no IPL, no cricket involved in this quiz. So chill, relax. Don't fret that I'll again ask you IPL related questions. The quiz is very interesting, and let me know if you have any feedback after we are done with the quiz. Sanjana, the website is menti.com, menti.com, and the code is also visible on your screen. I'm assuming it must be visible on your screen. Let me check my YouTube as well. Just give me a minute. Let me check. Once again, read the code. So code is given on your YouTube screen. It is 64228728. 64228728. Let me know if you're able to join. Let me see if I can also see on my screen. Yeah, 15, 16 people have joined the quiz already. I'll wait for another 2 minutes before we start. Let's start at 9:05. Uh, if you are not able to join the quiz, please write in the chat box. I'll be happy to help. Again, repeating, what you have to do is open Google Chrome on your laptop or your mobile, write in menti.com, and then put in the code that is visible on your YouTube screen, 64228728. Right. It would be great if a few more people could confirm in the chat box that you have joined the quiz. Also, as it's visible on your screen, we have rewards for the top performers similar to last time. If you are rank 1 in this quiz, you'll get rupees 300, rank 2 rupees 200, rank 1 rupees 100. This is just to incentivize people to participate in the quiz because even during my CLAD preparation, even I joined a lot of quizzes which had cash prizes. So I think it helps a little that you get an incentive. You are devoting your time, taking out time from your CLAD preparation and joining this quiz. So it's a little it's sort of an incentive for you to join the quiz if we keep these cash prizes. Also, just because there are cash prizes, please do not indulge in unfair practices. I hope you will not use Google Chrome um, or any other search engine to look up answers that are asked, like the questions. Also, anyways, the quiz is based on fastest fingers first. So even if you try to use unfair means and look up answers on Google, you won't be able to get the highest score. Uh, just wait for 2 minutes, Vinay. We'll start at 9:05 sharp. Let's wait for a few more people to join to try and make it more interactive, sort of. I'll tell you the pattern for today's quiz. So there are three clad-based passages out of from which 5 questions per passage will be asked. So a total of 15. Will the correct answer be discussed? Yes, the correct answer will be visible on the YouTube screen as well, and I'll also give you a few insights into what the correct answer is. Again, coming back to the pattern of the quiz, so there are three clad passages out of which a total of 15 questions will be asked. So 5 questions per passage, and at the end there will be 10 ALET based passages, essentially in the form of one liners. So a total of 25 questions, again similar to last time. uh, if everyone is ready, let's start the quiz. Then people can join in as per their convenience. The time was 9 o'clock anyways. We are already at 9:04. Oh, cool, then we'll start. What I'll do is I'll read the passage and also I'll read the questions. If you feel that it is a bit interfering with your reading, or if you're not able to concentrate because I'm reading out the questions and the passage, you can let me know in the chat box. I'll refrain from doing that. Cool, then we are starting. So the first passage on your screen now. So the first passage talks about Bhutan's highest civilian award. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred this award recently, Bhutan's highest honor, making him the first foreign government leader to receive this honor from the Himalayan nation. The King of Bhutan bestowed the honor upon Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Uh, as per ranking and precedent established, the dash was instituted as the decoration for lifetime achievement and is the pinnacle of the honor system in Bhutan, taking precedence over all orders, decorations, and medals. So this is the passage talks about Bhutan's highest civilian award that was recently conferred upon the Prime Minister. Um, Now 5 questions will follow based on this passage. The first question on your screen now. Again, a reminder: this is fastest fingers first. The fastest to enter the answer will get the highest score. First question coming up now. Which of the following would replace dash in the above passage? So basically, you have to tell the name of that award. The options are Order of Zayed Award, Order of the Distinguished Rule of Nishan Izuddin, Order of the Drug Gyalpo, and Order of the Bhutanese Buddha. Right. So 23 people have answered this question correctly. Let me tell you a little about all other awards. So Order of Zayed Award is given by UAE. This was also conferred upon the Prime Minister recently. And Order of the Distinguished Rule of Nishan Izuddin is given by Maldives. So these two awards have also been conferred upon the Prime Minister, but this is not the award given by Bhutan. The award given by Bhutan is Order of the Drug Gyalpo, and this was recently conferred upon the Prime Minister. The option D is redundant. There is no such award as Order of the Bhutanese Buddha. This was just a bait to like convince you to opt for the wrong answer. Moving on to the second question. Second question on your screen now. Which of the following statements about Bhutan are correct? So we are asking correct statement. Bhutan is the only carbon negative country. There are no traffic lights in the country. Both of the above, none of the above. Right. So, yeah, a lot of people have marked the correct answer. So, the correct answer is both of the above. These two facts are very peculiar about Bhutan. Bhutan is the only carbon negative country. This means that it consumes more carbon monoxide than it emits. Uh, this is because of the forest cover that is there in Bhutan. And secondly, there are no traffic lights in the country. I think, this is the only country which has no traffic lights. Instead, there are police officers who maintain and direct the traffic. This is because they think that people, if they wait on traffic lights, it will result in pollution and emission from their car engines. That is why there are no traffic lights in the country. So option C is the correct answer. Both of the above, that is, both the statements are correct about Bhutan. Moving on to the third question now. PM Modi has been conferred with 13 international awards since 2014. He is not a recipient of which of the following awards? Legion of Merit, Order of St. Andrew Award, Seoul Peace Prize, and Nishan-e-Pakistan. I think this is fairly simple. If you um, participate in negation technique, you'll be able to clearly come out with the right answer. Yeah. So the correct answer is 25. Nishan-e-Pakistan. 25 people have answered it correctly. Nishan-e-Pakistan has not been given to PM Modi for obvious reasons. Let me tell you a bit about Legion of Merit. Legion of Merit is given by the United States of America. Order of St. Andrew Award is given by Russia. And the Seoul Peace Prize is given by South Korea, as is obvious because Seoul is the capital of South Korea. So these three awards have also been conferred upon the Prime Minister, but Nishan-e-Pakistan has not been conferred. Moving on to the fourth question of this passage. Which of the following is the capital city of Bhutan? Fairly simple, you must know this answer. The options are Thimphu, Paro, Punakha, and Jakhar. Right. So Thimphu is the correct answer, as 32 people have marked it correctly. Paro, Punakha, Jakhar, even though they are cities in Bhutan, they are not the capital cities of Bhutan. So Thimphu is the correct answer. Moving to the fifth and the last question of this passage. This is a bit tricky, giving you a spoiler. Bhutan shares its borders with how many Indian states? Your options are 3, 4, 5, 6. So you basically need to tell how many Indian states share their border with Bhutan. So a lot of people have not got it correctly. The correct answer is 4. That is 4 Indian states share their border with Bhutan. I'll tell you the states as well. These states are Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, West Bengal, and Assam. So these 4 states, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and West Bengal, share their borders with Bhutan. So we have reached the end of this passage. Now we'll have the leaderboard. Let's see who has scored fairly well and who lagged behind. Great. So at the first position, we have Krish Solanki with 4,345 points. At second position, they have preferred to keep themselves unnamed, anonymous, ABC. At third position, we have Pratibha. At fourth, we have Orya. And fifth, we have Bhavya. Also note that Pratibha took the least amount of time to answer one particular question. So they were the fastest in this particular round. Let's see, there is not a lot of difference between top 10, the scores of top 10, and you'll be able to cover up this difference in the upcoming questions. So moving on to the next passage now. This passage is about the Human Development Index. I assume that most of you have read this topic. So India ranks at 134 on the Global Human Development Index according to a latest report on human development. The report also revealed that affluent countries are experiencing unprecedented levels of growth, while half of the world's poorest nations have failed to regain their pre-pandemic progress. The report points out that global inequalities have been compounded by substantial economic concentration. Almost 40% of global trade in goods is concentrated in 3 or fewer countries. The next line is not relevant. So we'll move on to the questions directly now. The first question relating to HDI, relating to this passage, coming up on your screen now. What was the title of the Human Development Report? So this report in which Human Development Index was encompassed, what was the title of that report? Options are the options are very exhaustive. Feel free to go through them on your own. Right. So the options we have marked are quite diverse, but the correct answer is option A, that is breaking the gridlock, reimagining cooperation in a polarized world. I think you must have answered BCD because these are also the titles of Human Development Report, but these are not the titles of the this is not the title of the current or the latest development report that we're talking about. I think one is of 2021, one is of 2022, and one is of 2020. But for the latest report, Human Development Report 2023-24, the title was Breaking the Gridlock: Reimagining Cooperation in a Polarized World. Moving on to the next question now. India, by ranking at 134th position, saw a climb in its position. What was India's rank in HDI 2023? That is last year. 169, 135, 141, 139. Right. So the correct answer is option B, that is 135. Last year, India ranked at 135th position. So let me tell you, in 2022, India ranked at 134th position. Then in 2023, it dropped by one position and came to 135. And now in 2024, it has again reclaimed its earlier position, that is 134, by climbing one position. So the rank that was asked in this question about HDI 23 is 135th. India was at 135th position last year. Moving on to the next question now. Which of the following organizations releases the Human Development Report? UNICEF, World Bank, International Monetary Fund, none of these. Great. So the correct answer is none of these, because this report is released by United Nations Development Program. UNICEF, World Bank, IMF have no role to play in this report. This report is released by UNDP. So kudos to everyone who got it correct. We'll move on to the next question with this. Which of the following is not one of the indicators that HDI takes into account while ranking nations? Yeah, so the first is gross happiness, life expectancy at birth, expected years of schooling, gross national income. So, which of the factors is not taken into account by UNDP while preparing HDI? Very nice, nicely answered. You tried to negate the options and reached at the correct answer. And this is gross happiness. It's fairly simple and logical that why would Human Development Index account for gross happiness of the people? This is something that the happiness index that is released by organizations would take into account. HDI, on the other hand, takes into account your life expectancy at birth, expected years of schooling, and your national gross national income while preparing this HDI. Also, a little trivia about HDI, because this question I have not asked in the quiz. So in 2024 index, Switzerland, Iceland, and Denmark hold the top position in the HDI. That is Switzerland, Iceland, and Denmark. And at the bottom positions, we have Somalia, South Sudan, and the Central African Republic. Even though I have not asked these questions, these are very plausible that they can come in the exam if a passage on HDI comes. So you should know, if you're reading any index, the first thing that you should note is the country which has topped the index and the country which is at the bottom of the index. Moving on to the last question of this passage. Who among the following is accredited as the developer of the HDI? And your options are Amartya Sen, Abhijit Banerjee, Paul Milgrom, Mehboob-ul Haq. So the correct answer is Mehboob-ul Haq. It seems like not a lot of you knew this answer. So Mehboob-ul Haq is a Pakistani economist who created the HDI in 1990. Amartya Sen, so the HDI is based on the, I think, capabilities approach and the happiness index that was talked about by Amartya Sen in a lot of his scholarships. But Amartya Sen is not accredited as the developer of HDI, nor is Paul Milgrom. The correct answer is Mehboob-ul Haq, who is the developer or the inventor of HDI, but he has relied upon the works of Amartya Sen while developing this index. So the leaderboard, as it seems, after 10 questions on your screen now. So Krish Solanki has retained their position. Even ABC has retained their position. So we have Krish at first position, ABC second, Homer at the third one. Then we have Unstoppable Dave at fourth position, and at fifth we have Narayani. So in this round of like 5 questions, Homer is the one who took the least amount of time to answer a question. So they were the fastest in this round. Moving on to the last passage, last clad based passage. After that, we'll move on to A-led passages, A-led questions. So this passage talks about India's rescue mission from Haiti. As per MEA spokesperson Randir Jaiswal, around 75 to 90 Indians are residing in Haiti, and around 60 have registered with the embassy in Dash to return if need be. Of these, 12 have been evacuated. Operation Dash will continue until all Indian nationals return to New Delhi. Operation Dash is an initiative initiated by the Indian government aimed at evacuating its citizens from Haiti, a Caribbean country facing significant challenges, including gang violence and political turmoil. Named after a river in India, the mission seeks to safeguard the welfare and security of Indian nationals amidst the deteriorating situation in Haiti. So, this passage is fairly clear and simple. Moving on to the questions based on this passage now. What is the name of the operation started by India to evacuate its citizens from Haiti? And your options are Operation Maitri, Operation Indravati, Operation Gangavati, and Operation Kaveri. Do you remember in the passage it was mentioned that it is named after a river? Great. So the correct answer is Operation Indravati. Operation Maitri was carried out in Nepal during 2015 earthquakes that entangled Nepal. Operation Kaveri was carried out in Sudan during the 2023 civil conflict. And there is no such operation as Operation Gangavati. It was just a clickbait so that you will think that because it is named after Ganga, you'll fall for this option. But fortunately and like proudly, there is nobody like the only two people fell for this option, Operation Gangavati. There is no such operation as Gangavati. Operation Maitri was carried out in Nepal. Operation Kaveri was carried out in Sudan. And Operation Indravati is the current operation that we are talking about that is being carried out by India to evacuate its citizens from Haiti. Moving on to the next question now. Which of the following statements is incorrect about Haiti? Please note incorrect. It is the world's first independent black-led republic. Wellington is the capital of Haiti. Both of the above, none of the above. Great. So Wellington is not the capital of Haiti. You should know Wellington is the capital of New Zealand. So it is not possible that Wellington is also the capital of Haiti. Um, it is the world's first independent black-led republic. Yes, it is correct. While all other Caribbean nations were colonized by Spain, France, and British, Haiti was the first country to declare its independence and come out of colonization. So option A is correct. It is the world's first independent black-led republic. Option B is incorrect, and that was what was asked by the question. What is incorrect? So Wellington is not the capital of Haiti. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand. And what is the capital of Haiti? Let me tell you. The capital of Haiti is Port-au-Prince. Not really relevant, but just in case if it comes, Port-au-Prince. Moving on to the next question based on this passage. India lacks an embassy in Haiti. Monitoring of the situation is being conducted by the Indian mission located in which country? Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Colombia. Right. So the correct answer is Dominican Republic, since there is uh, no mission or embassy of India in Haiti. The closest country where India has its mission is Dominican Republic. So India is currently monitoring and operating the entire Indravati operation from its embassy in Dominican Republic. To be very specific, its embassy is located in Santo Domingo. That is the capital city of Dominican Republic. So the correct answer is Dominican Republic, and specific answer where the embassy is located is Santo Domingo. Moving on to the second last question based on this passage. Which operation was carried out by the Indian Armed Forces to evacuate Indian citizens from Yemen during the 2015 Yemen crisis? Operation Safe Homecoming, Operation Sankat Mochan, Vande Bharat Mission, and Operation Rahat. Why have I asked this question is because this operation particularly that was carried out during Yemen is of immense significance, and India was lauded internationally for its stance taken during this crisis. So the correct answer is Operation Rahat. 17 people have answered it correctly. Operation Rahat was carried out by Indian government during the 2015 Yemeni crisis. I'll tell you a bit about Operation Safe Homecoming. This was carried out during Libyan Civil War 2011. Sankat Mochan mission was carried out in South Sudan in 2016. And Vande Bharat mission, you must all know, this was carried out by the Indian government in multiple countries during the COVID-19 pandemic, where it was supplying medical equipment and vaccinations and all food stuff also to multiple countries during the COVID pandemic. So Vande Bharat mission was that one. The correct answer for this question is Operation Rahat. Moving on to the last question of this passage. All foreign rescue missions are conducted under the aegis of External Affairs Ministry. Who was the first External Affairs Minister of India? Lal Bahadur Shastri, Jawaharlal Nehru, Gulzari Lal Nanda, or Swaran Singh? Tough, tough competition in this, like among the options in this question. Nobody was very convinced what is the correct answer. So the correct answer is Jawaharlal Nehru. 11 people have answered it correctly. He was the first External Affairs Minister of India. Please know all these first things: first Prime Minister, first women President, first women Prime Minister, first Education Minister, first Law Minister. All these things are important because CLAT is very unpredictable. You must know GK sections. अगर दिमाग घूम गया, the first question that they will ask from the static section was the please cover all the static aspects. Like this is the first thing that you can cover from the static portion for your CLAT preparation. So we've come to the end of CLAT based questions. Now we'll have a look at the leaderboard. So the leaderboard looks like this after 15 questions. So Krish Solanki has dropped, fortunately or unfortunately. ABC has given a tough fight for the first position, and they have claimed the first position after this round. So we have ABC at first position. We have Unstoppable Dev at second position. We have Narayani at third position. We have Pratibha at fourth. Again, note Pratibha took the least amount of time to answer a particular question in this round. And we have Homer at fifth position. I don't think Homer was there in the initial rounds, but they have covered the difference. They have made up for the difference initially, and now they are at the fifth position. So now we'll move on to the A-led passages. Just let me tell you a little about the underlying theme of the previous 15 questions. So all these questions were asked from the NLTI newsletters that we have been sharing in the Telegram group. So I'm assuming that most of you have been ignoring very conveniently the newsletters that we have been sharing. But if you glance through it, they are very comprehensive. We not only give you information about that particular topic, we cover everything related to that topic and any and everything that can be asked about that particular topic. So all these 15 questions were prepared from the newsletters. Please don't miss out on them. It takes a lot of effort from our end also to prepare these newsletters daily. Graphic designing, content creation, all this is very tiring and tedious for us as well. So please do cover the newsletters that we have been sharing in the Telegram group daily. And it's free of cost. So I don't know what is stopping you from accessing the material there. Please go on our Telegram channel and download the newsletter daily. It will hardly take 5 minutes to just skim through the entire newsletter. It is hardly for 2 pages. We only cover one topic per day. So moving forward, please do make it a point to cover the newsletters. Now we come to the A-led based questions, more exciting, more fun, because there's no passages that need to be read. One-liners, fairly straightforward. First A-led based question on your screen now. Who among the following is the current US Secretary of State? And your options are Lloyd Austin, Antony Blinken, John Kirby, or Kamala Harris. Amazing. So 30 people have answered it correctly. The correct answer is Antony Blinken. Why did I put this question? Because he has been in headlines recently. Because you also know that USA has come out in support of Israel when Iran attacked Israel. So US Secretary of State is a very important position in in America. So that is why he has been in headlines lately, and that is why this question is there and becomes relevant for you as well. So Antony Blinken is the current US Secretary of State. Moving on to the next question. India and Russia have won the contract to manage the strategic Hambantota airport. In which country is this located? Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Taiwan, Maldives. Fairly simple. You must have done this in your class preparation. Correct. So the correct answer is Sri Lanka. So there are 2 points to be noted here. This is not the Hambantota port that we are talking about, the Navy port or the cargo port that is there. We are talking about the Hambantota airport. So you must know that Hambantota port lies with China because China has helped Sri Lanka in developing that port, whereas India and a joint venture between India and Russia have won the bid to manage the strategic Hambantota airport. So this becomes important for India because you must know that China is operating this string of pearls strategy to maintain a stronghold in the Indian Ocean region. China has been acquiring a lot of ports. It has been developing a lot of boats and ship and naval ships, and their ships are located at very strategic positions in the Indian Ocean because of this campaign called the String of Pearls. You must also know about the Belt Road Initiative that is being carried out by China. So these two initiatives, String of Pearls and Belt Road Initiative, have been carried out by China to counter the Indian presence in the Indian Ocean region and the Indian subcontinent. As a response to this, India has come up with a phenomena called necklace of diamonds. So China has string of pearls, India has necklace of diamonds. In this phenomena, they have been increasing their surveillance in the Indian Ocean region to counter the Chinese presence. So you must know about these two things: Hambantota Port, China presence, string of pearls, necklace of diamonds. 4 things. Moving on to the next question. Recently, India's Gukesh became the youngest to qualify for FIDE chess challenger after defeating whom? Ding Liren, Hikaru Nakamura, Magnus Carlsen, or Levi Roseman. This was very much in news recently. You must have seen who beat who won. Gukesh won, but you must have not seen who he defeated. So the correct answer is option B, Hikaru Nakamura. Muka Hikaru Nakamura. I'm sorry. Also, you must know the nationality of this person. Like, not to sound stereotypical, but at prima facie, you must feel that this is from Japan or some Asian country. But the correct answer for that would be America. Hikaru Nakamura is an American chess master. So you must know the nationality of this person as well. So Gukesh became the youngest to qualify for FIDE Chess Championship after defeating Hikaru Nakamura, who belongs to America. Moving on to the next question. Recently, the pro-China Nationalist Party won the Maldivian parliamentary elections. This party is led by the current president of Maldives. So you basically have to tell the name of the president. Ahmed Zaki, Ibrahim Mohammed Soli, Mohammed Nasheed, Mohammed Muzu. Great. So 30 people have answered correctly. The correct answer is Mohammed Muzu. He has taken a pro-China stance a lot of times, and that is why you must know that there was this controversy where a lot of celebrities and started boycotting Maldives as their favorite tourist destination. Instead, they started preferring Lakshadweep. So what happened was after this president was elected and after his party won the election, some ministers made some remarks against PM Modi, specifically, and India in general. So that is why this UN cry was there that we should not go to Maldives. And also because China has increased its presence in the Maldivian region, that is why India wants to stray away from that region because Maldives is a spot for China. So India is not really inclined towards favoring Maldives anymore. So the president, this question basically asks the name of president of Maldives, and that is Mohammed Mizu. Moving on to the 20th question of this quiz, and last before we see the leaderboard. Russia recently announced the withdrawal of peacekeeping troops from the Nagorno-Karabakh region. How is the Russian parliament popularly known as? Like हमारे में राज्यसभा लोकसभा होता है, what is the name of the Russian parliament? Diet, Congress, Kremlin, or Duma? Right. That is why I put this option. Kremlin is not the right answer. The correct answer is Duma. So the name of Russian parliament is Duma. However, let me tell you a bit about Kremlin also. So Russian government is commonly known as Kremlin in international sphere. So like you say that Delhi announced this policy. Like if you're talking in the United States, you will sometimes say that India took a stance against Pakistan. Sometimes you will say that Delhi took a stance against Islamabad. You must have read this in fairly common to use another name for the nation. So Kremlin is that name. When you say that Russia has taken a particular decision, you say Kremlin has taken a particular position. Kremlin is like the citadel or fortress where the government sits. But the parliament name is Duma. You must know this distinction. Kremlin is the name with which international scholars and like Russia is popularly known as Kremlin when talking about international politics. But Duma is the name of the Russian parliament. And Diet, let me tell you about Diet and Congress. So Congress, you must know, Congress is the name of US Parliament, and Diet is the name of Japan Parliament. So Japan's parliament is known as Diet. Kremlin is not the right answer. Duma is the correct answer. Moving on to the leaderboard now. I can see Krish Solanki again. So what a jump from 10th position to number one. Kudos to Krish Solanki. They have taken the first position again. We have Homer at second, we have Bhavya at third, we have Narayani at fourth, and we have ABC at fifth. We have Pratibha at eighth position, who was the fastest in this round of 5 questions. So kudos to you for that as well. But what a mind-blowing job, Krish Solanki, from number 10 to number one. Amazing. Last 5 questions coming up. Here's your chance. Hero to zero. If you're not in the top 10, you can come in the top 10. If you are in the top 10, you can lose out on everything. So last 5 questions coming up on your screen now. New Shepard is a fully reusable suborbital launch vehicle developed for space tourism. Which of the following companies has developed this? Tesla, Blue Orange, SpaceX, or Antriksh? Right. So the correct answer is Blue Origin. 13 people marked it correctly. SpaceX has not developed New Shepard. I think SpaceX has Falcon 9, if I'm not wrong. Falcon 9 is the flagship launch vehicle for SpaceX. Tesla is not into space and all. Tesla is the car manufacturing arm that is led by Elon Musk, and SpaceX is the other arm of Tesla, like which has been founded by Elon Musk for space, like to go into space. Blue Origin, founded by Jeff Bezos, you know, very famous. He is Amazon founder. He has founded Blue Origin, and Blue Origin has launched this flagship vehicle called New Shepard, and which will be used for space tourism. Antriksh, you all know, Antriksh is the commercial arm of ISRO and is nowhere related to New Shepard or space tourism for now. Which of the following intellectual properties do not require mandatory registration to be protected against illegal use? Patents, designs, trademarks, and copyrights. A little bit of current legal knowledge or legal aptitude that I have put into this quiz. So the correct answer is not designs but copyrights. If you see, like there is a copyright sign on NLTI mocks or any NLTI material that you access. So there is no mandatory registration that is required to protect your copyright. Like let's say I've launched a GK mock or an NLTI mock today, and there is a sign, copyright C, National Law Training Institute. There is no need to go to the government and tell them that I have launched a new mock test series today and I need a copyright for that. Whereas as opposed to patents, design, trademarks, you need a mandatory registration. Copyright, there exists an automatic right, uh, as and when an artist creates an original like creation. So copyright, you don't need any mandatory registration. It is an automatic right that is accrued to the original creator of a particular thing, like art, design, art, or like a movie that you have produced or an idea that you have thought of. You must have seen this question in your legal aptitude, that I thought of a movie idea, I narrated it to my friend, who then used that idea to make a movie. This is, I have a copyright because this is my original idea, even though this is not registered anywhere. My friend cannot use my original idea to make a movie out of that. So if I've given enough proof that this was my original idea and I narrated it to my friend, I have the copyright to it, and there is no need for mandatory registration. Coming to the next question. Who among the following is the only person to have served as the President, Vice President, and Chief Justice of India? Very important question. H.J. Kania, Muhammad Hidayatullah, K. Subbarao, or Y.V. Chandrachud? Amazing. So the correct answer is Muhammad Hidayatullah. He's the only person to have served as the President, Vice President, and Chief Justice of India. He was like nominated as the Chief Justice, but I think there was vacancy in the Vice President and President of, office. He became the Vice President, and because there was again a vacancy in the President's office, you must have read this rule that if the President's office is vacant, the Vice President shall assume the role of the President. So when I think he was the Vice President or acting Vice President, the President's office also became vacant, and that is why he became the acting president as well. So he's the only person to have served in all these three positions. Moving on to the second last question of this entire quiz. What is the name of Israel's state-of-the-art air defense system? This is in news recently, and you must know this. Iron Dome, S-400, THAAD, or BrahMos? Right. So the correct answer is Iron Dome. Iron Dome is the state-of-the-art air defense system that is um, developed by Israel. S-400 is the air defense system of Russia. THAAD is the air defense system of USA. And BrahMos is not even an air defense system. It's a missile. It's a supersonic missile that has been developed jointly by India and Russia. This was a question asked in previous quiz as well. So let me tell you a little bit of trivia about BrahMos. So BrahMos has a speed of 2.8 Mach, and the speed of sound is 1 Mach. So BrahMos has a so BrahMos can travel faster than the speed of sound, and that to 2.8 times faster than the speed of the sound. That is why it is called a supersonic missile. You must know this distinction between a hypersonic or a supersonic clearly, but this was something that I prepared for during my CLAT preparation. So the last question coming up on your screen now, bonus question. Whoever gets it right will get 50% discount on NLTI scholarship, NLTI's program, mentorship program. So please read the question carefully, very important, and you must know this answer. Which of the following are indispensable for your CLAT preparation? And your options are NLTI mentorship, NLTI test series, both of the above, none of the above. I told you this is a very important question and you must know this answer. Everyone, kudos who got it right. I really want to meet the person who mentioned none of the above, because that is not true at all. The correct answer is both of the above. NLTI's mentorship and NLTI's test series are indispensable for your CLAT preparation. Ask the toppers who have joined NLTI before, and they'll tell you how important NLTI mentorship and test series. With this, we come to the end of today's quiz. For joining in, let's have a look at the leaderboard for the one last time. Amazing. So at the first position, we have Krish Solanki. Amazing jump they took from 10th position to number one. Really proud of you. Krish Solanki has got 17105 points. They're at the first position, followed by Bhavya at the second position. I don't know why it is not visible here anymore. We have Bhavya at the second position now. And at third position, we have Bell. At fourth position, we have Naraini. And at fifth position, I am not able to see the name. If you are able to see the name, please let me know. Otherwise, I don't know why it's not visible to me. Let me see. Yeah, at first position, we have Krish Solanki. At second, we have Bhavya. At third, we have Naraini. At fourth, we have Homer. And at fifth, we have ABC. No, wait. Just a minute. Is this not updated with me? Okay. I apologize. There was some mix up between what was showing on my iPad and what is there on the laptop. So, again, one last time, let me tell you. Uh, at first, we have Krish. At second, we have Bhavya. I don't know why they are not visible anymore. At third, we have Bell. At fourth, we have Naraini. And at fifth, I think we have Homer, if I'm not wrong. Please reach out to me, top three rankers, Krish, Bhavya, and Bell. Please text us on Telegram at NLTI support. We'll be happy to process your cash prize. Again, telling you, go on Telegram at the rate NLTI support and text us a screenshot of your result that is visible on your screen, and we'll be giving you your cash prize as text us. So that's it from the quiz today. I hope you liked it, and I really look forward to having you all as mentees in the NLTS series and mentorship program. 30 of you, everyone knows that NLTI has mentorship and test series. So why don't you join us? Reach out to us if you have any difficulty or any financial constraints that you're not able to afford the fees. Please reach out to us, and we'll be happy to provide as much concession as possible. Our aim is to provide mentorship and CLAD, like honest and accessible mentorship to everyone who's preparing for CLAD. During my preparation time, even I was amazed by this idea of connecting, like having a 24/7 connection, an year-round connection with an NLS mentor who has been through the same journey before, who knows ups and downs, who knows how to analyze a mock together, and who will help me clear my doubts, who will give me motivation daily, who will keep me accountable every week. So this is something that I craved during my preparation, and that is why we came up with this idea of National Training Institute, where we connect you with NLSIU students. You will be put into study buddy groups. Study buddy groups is also something that is very important for your CLAD preparation. You should know where you belong, and study buddy groups help you in facing reality. Like if you are in a study group of 8 people, you obviously know where you stand out of those 8 people. The plus benefits of a study buddy group that is mentored by an NLS mentor is that you can analyze your mocks together. You can decide which mock to give. If one series, other has CL test series, you can also pool in your resources. Pooling in of resources works the best for GK. Like if you are 8 of you in a study group, one person can take up one topic, and like this 8 persons can take up 8 topics. So even if you have made notes only for one topic, you'll have notes for all the 8 topics. Plus, in your phone, my position is 3, Naraini. Yeah, Naraini. So the thing is, by mistake, Bhavya, who was on the second position, they got deleted. I think that was my error, or I don't know. But Bhavya was in the second position, but they got deleted. That is why Bell came up to the third position. Bell came up to second position, and Naraini came up to the third position. But ultimately, the original rankings that were there before the omission happened, I think because of my inadvertent click, Bhavya was at the second position, Krisha at first, and Bell at third. Really sorry for this inconvenience, but still, you feel free to text me on Telegram. We'll be happy to process your cash prize as well. Um, you are obviously deserving, and it doesn't matter if you were fourth or third. So please do text us. That's it from this session today. Do consider enrolling with NLTI. Reach out to us if you have any query about our program or what we do. We also give you test series, 50 CLAT mocks, 10 OLET mocks, 10 ALET mocks, and 100 sectionals. All this while you are in a study group with two NLS mentors. If you have any question regarding any mock, any specific doubt, any strategic doubt, what to read, what not to read, how to read GK, how to come up, how to connect different GK topics, how to filter out non-relevant GK topics, all these things are guided by NLS mentor, and they'll also solve mocks live with you so that you know the difference of approach between an NLS mentor, a student who has cracked CLAT, and you, a budding lawyer, a budding CLAT aspirant. So this really helps, let me tell you. So that is it from this session today. Thank you all for joining in. NLTI support, all the winners have to text us on Telegram at NLTI support at the rate. Let me put in the chat box also. This is where you have to text us. Feel free to text us regarding any query regarding course or other details as well, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much. Thank you again for joining in. Have a very good night, and we'll see you again for another quiz very soon. Thank you so much. I hope you liked the quiz, guys. Any feedback that you can give on the Telegram would really mean a lot to us, because when you tell us what you need or where we are lagging, or if you want something specific, or if you liked something that we tell us, that really helps and will motivate us to bring new initiatives as well. So thank you so much. Good night again. Um, have a blast. Do well and reach out to us if you want to enroll in our program. Thank you so much.